What was my week like? It was interesting. It was a lot of fun. It went by very fast, but it was a lot of fun. Unexpected things.
Well, it all comes down to this. 4 weeks, the final four. We did our final week with Teri, and a lot of fun. She was a lot of fun. She had, of the four candidates, I'm not showing favoritism, she had a great laugh. They all had great laughs, but Teri's laugh, you could tell she was having fun.
And a woman called in, and her cat had ended up with a mayonnaise jar on his head. And they had to chase the cat around, and she had to try to call her employer and explain to them that they had to try to get the cat. And she's explaining this as she's going, and you have this image in your head while Alex and I are trying not to laugh so hard, was that it took her and another person to try to pull this lid off this cat's head, and he went all day with the mayonnaise jar on his head.
Right, the topic was weirdest reason you ever had to call in late for work, and I thought mine would have trumped everybody else's, because I actually had to call into work and say I found a dead body, and I actually did find a dead body before I had to go into work, but you can only use that once, and then we had this call, like she talked about, with the cat, and this is a visual of the gal telling the story, and this whole scenario of having this cat, wild cat, with this mayonnaise jar on its head, and then having to call in, and the whole thing was you have to tell your boss.
Well, Alex tried to freeze me out. He would not turn the heat up. So as the week went by, every week I had to put on another layer of clothing. I think what I got is what I expected out of Alex. You listen to his voice, you hear his personality in his voice, and a lot of times the face doesn't match, the voice. It did. It definitely did. And when he's smiling on the radio, when you think he's smiling, he really is. And his laughter, you can tell he's truly enjoying his job. He's nice and sarcastic, like I like it. I like somebody you can banter back and forth with, and have a good time. Somebody who gets your jokes, doesn't wait for you to make the joke. He doesn't have to invite you into his joke because it's already funny. So you can just enjoy and have a good time.
My voice matches my face. That's interesting because I think it was a couple weeks ago, it was you sound taller on the radio and then you're funny, which I took to mean looking. But I guess you never think that yourself. But I guess the compliment, I guess what it was, is that we actually are having that much fun. There's no forced laughter or smiles. So we had a lot of fun. All 4 weeks, it's been just a blast. And all the gals. I wish we could have them all. Keep rotating them in each week. But it's going to come down to voting this week, so it'll be a lot of fun.
I expected it to be very, very strict. Not as relaxed of an environment as it was. So it allows you a little bit more to be yourself, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we keep it pretty loose. It actually comes off on the air like we actually had a plan going in, so it actually sounds a lot more organized than it is, which is the way we like it. I mean, it's purposely disorganized to the point where it doesn't sound like it's scripted and regimented. Anything can happen, and it does. And we have a lot of fun doing it that way. But yeah, if it sounds like we're flying by the seat of our pants, we really are. There's not a lot of rules, which is good.
When we're off the mic, there's a lot of discussion about the callers or about the topics, looking on and reading people's comments as they're, sending them on Facebook or they're sending them on the homepage, and, really having a good time with it, and interacting. And he's telling me about what goes on in his life, what's going on in mine, and keeping it nice and light, and then bringing it back on after we go back on. You're bringing a little bit of that conversation back into it.
Well, when the microphones are off, we probably have as much fun or more fun because when we're on, it's a family show. Let's just leave it at that. So there's certain things we can and can't say on the air. So off mic, as we say in the business, we have a lot of fun too. To the point with all 4 of the gals and Teri too, is that you forget almost what you talked about off air, on air, because once the microphones are off and we play a song, we keep the conversation flowing and turn the mics on and we keep going. So you can tell it's working, and all 4 gals had this. You can tell it's working when you forgot what you said off air and on air because it becomes so natural.
I had a wonderful time. The week went by way too fast. I hope I can continue on doing this because I truly did enjoy myself. Got up every morning anticipating a great day, and that's exactly what I got. So if you liked it and had as much fun as I did, please start voting as of Monday. I am Teri04, and you can vote online or you can text. Get as many votes in, great prizes, have a lot of fun, and tell your friends. Thank you very much.
Yeah, 8 weeks. 8 weeks we did this, and I thought it would go by a lot. No, I don't want to tell it again. I don't want to. I thought it would go like hell. No. 8 weeks. It's amazing that we've come to the end of this 8-week process. We've had 20 people in here. That was 4 weeks. And then we had 4 weeks with each of the gals. They turned out to be in the final 4, having a full week. So we had 2 months of having visitors in the studio. And now it's going to come down to a week of voting. So I'm kind of looking at it like this is the last week where I'll ever be by myself in the studio. So if I don't want to wear pants, this is the week to do it. This is the last time I'll be able to do that and not get hauled into the HR office. But it's been a lot of fun. And now we turn it over to you because your votes will help us determine who's going to be the winner. So as they say, vote and vote often. And you can in this case because you can vote by text once each day. You can vote online once each day. And the candidates will be 01, 02, 03, 04. And we'll tell you about that. And we've got a really cool Country Jam prize package as well. So as much fun as we've had, hopefully you guys have had as much fun and felt like you're a part of this. And you will help us determine who's going to be my next door neighbor. So please get out and vote.